I'm
Been
getting
really
paid
doing about everything here lately, so we got plenty to talk about. Um, you have a show this weekend that you would like to talk about. You want to let everybody know about it?
Oh yeah, I've got two shows. One in Jeffersonville at EWE Epic Wrestling Entertainment. Wrestling guy named Colt Storm, who was on 205 Live recently, so good for him. And then hopping on a bus and then off to Milwaukee for IWC Milwaukee or ICW Milwaukee. Sorry, it's been 14 hours, and I'm wrestling for Invite there. It's busy, busy, busy. It never stops.
So, is that your first time this weekend with the ICW Milwaukee?
Yeah, this is the first time, first of many, I hope. But yeah, first time, main event. Like they've set the bar high for me, and I gotta go head first, man. I gotta go balls deep, dry ice, slide tubes. Who knows what else they've got. This
Have
function's
you used
crazy.
any of the dry ice yet?
I have not, I've not screwed with that. No, I've gotten so much. I've talked to John Wayne about that, and he's like, here's the things you got to do. He's like, hey, have fun. And I'm like, okay, man. I mean, I don't really care.
Speaking of John Wayne,
Hear my
you all
ass in
had
the
a
way.
killer. It's echoing really bad. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. I was like, wow, it's I hear myself on delay.
Hold on.
I don't know if I can see questions and shit or not. There we go. Cool. It's quiet so far.
It's early too, so
Yeah, it's.
hopefully we get that sound fixed. Um, but
You
anyways,
sound
what I
good.
was saying, your match at AWR with John Wayne, you made a post recently about it. The the one in Indianapolis.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, Russell John and the Gussadors.
You made a post recently talking about you wanted more people to see that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I really want people to see that just because, um, like John and Reed are mentors, like right, like we're all three part of the group. And my match with Reed at uh, Survival of the Sickest was uh, like it was good. Like I really enjoyed it. Everybody enjoyed it, and I just wanted to make sure that I could deliver with John. And like we both walked out of that match like just like we were just smiling, like we beat the shit out of each other. It was like a point to prove of like, yeah, like family. We're gonna beat the shit out of each other. And we came there, we entertained everybody, and they said it kicked ass.
Yeah, yeah. I was at that show. That was really the first time I was actually wowed by one of your matches live. I missed Southern Sickness. I didn't get to go to that, so
Yeah,
that was the first time I was really like, wow, this guy's really, you know,
it's
got
been
it.
a while here, man. Yeah, yeah, Nikki, I can see in the comments. Like start of the year, I really wasn't me now. Ever since I started doing this shit, man, like I've got like something that woke up in the back of my head, and I've been feeling really good. Match with Reed in Jersey, the match with John, like every match I've had, I've been pretty happy with. There's still things I want to work on personally, but like I had the match at a Horror Slam, and, you know, it was a straight up wrestling match, and MM3 and I went out and we beat the shit out of each other. People were saying match of the night, and I was like, dude, a year ago I wasn't on this level. Um, I wasn't me now.
And you got started with Grindhouse, right? Is that where you?
No, I started training at New Wave Pro in Terre Haute under Blake Reed. I went and did a week with Shibata-san in LA, and then that's where I really started to find my style. I was like, okay, I'm not going to do uh, what everybody else is doing. I really wanted to be like a wrestler, you know.
Right, right.
And then then I travel to show to show to show. I train with people before I talk with people. Then I ended up at Grindhouse, trained there more, and then I hit the road with John and Reed, and I've learned more on the road than I have in almost any training school, other than when I was with my first trainer and Shibata.
Right.
Like, just because you're talking to people, you're absorbing all this information. Especially if you just shut up and listen. Like, it's not all going to apply to you, but like, it's a crazy like the life lessons that you can learn. It's crazy how your mind can change just talking to all these people. And I've been fucking to to meet and talk to so many different people, like any different kinds of wrestlers, luchadors in Mexico, uh, freaking graps guys in the Midwest, deathmatch guys. It's nuts.
And was that your inspiration to do the deathmatch style? Would you credit Murdoch and Reed and Aiden for that, or?
Funny story. I never had aspirations to do death matches. Like I spoke with them. I went to when Alex Colon wrestled Jun Kasai at GCW. I was in that car ride up there with Alex and all them. And I was coming back and I was taking care of Alex's stuff. That was the first death match I'd ever seen live. That's the first death match I think I'd ever like actually seen, sat there and watched. I'd always talk to Aiden about it, and Aiden always tell me like deathmatch guys are it's a family. They're actually some of the best workers in the world, and he's right. It just happened, man. I didn't have aspire to be a deathmatch wrestler. It just happened to me. You go to Mexico and you're said, hey, you get an opportunity to wrestle in fucking Mexico. Are you gonna do it? You're gonna have to bleed. Yeah, fuck it. That's what my year has been. Is yeah, fuck it. I should get a fucking t-shirt.
I mean, did you just fall in love with the style and just doing it once? Or?
I understood when I saw Alex and uh, June go at it. Like I saw the beauty in it. I mean, obviously, it's like yeah, they're cutting each other up. It fucking hurts, right? But you could see the beauty in it. You could see the struggle, and I was like, okay, I get it. And talking to Alex, going home and taking care of, like he had the gusset wounds in the head, and I'm sitting there like covered in. I'm like, oh my god, this is so fucked up. I'm just sitting there and we're just talking about it, and he's like, it's not an easy life, man. Like he's like, it's opened a lot of doors for me, but it's a fucking hard life. And then I get the chance to go to Mexico, and it's just ever since, man. It's something I really enjoy. It's I don't want to do it all the time because there's some guys I see they're just hurting all the time, and they're so fucked up from it. But it's something I really enjoy doing. I really want each match to be special, and so far they have been. Like I've never had like a death match where it's been just random in the middle of nowhere. Like people can argue like whatever they want. Like the Gypsy Joe one, I thought was really special because I'd never been to Tennessee and I'd never been in that venue, and that was my first time. And I got, you get to right on the wall. I got to talk to all these guys and expose myself, and I could really see how far deathmatch wrestling could take me because these people fucking knew me in Tennessee. I'd never been to Tennessee in my life,
Right, right.
and they're chanting for me. I'm like, man, this is so fucking cool.
Yeah, it's a deathmatch community. It's a big community.
Yeah, and like the whole style, it changed my wrestling style. I've been watching a lot of like Drake Younger and stuff like that, and you can see how even in his traditional wrestling, like in PWG, he's a fucking animal. And now I feel like that's slowly happening to me. Like where when I was wrestling Malcolm, I had people after the match going, "We thought you were beating the fuck. We thought you were pissed. You were beating the shit out of him." And I
Yeah,
go, I mean, in the moment, yeah, I'm pissed. Like I'm really discovered like getting in that fucking zone where I'm like, I'm gonna just fucking throw hands at you, dude. Like
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
it's
You
crazy.
show that shoot style. You give a little. It's and speaking
It's
of
trying to be different, man. It's all trying to be different, but
speaking
it's
of,
crazy.
we got the shoot style baby invitational coming up, right?
Oh fuck yeah. Um, I got a lot of shit for that, but like, dude, I've been paying my bills with wrestling. You take it where it's at. I've never been there. There's people that like message me in Alabama. They're like, they want to see me. all right, here's my chance to go do that.
right?
Maybe go and beat the shit out of some people. Maybe to go and show some really good wrestling. I don't know.
You gotta go shoot
It's
on
just
Lil
another
Donnie.
opportunity. Oh, dude, I'm gonna throw people on their fucking heads. I'm calling it right now. So people are getting thrown on the goddamn domes. I don't care how big you are. I picked up Casanova. I'm throwing all those fucking Alabama motherfuckers. Hear my hillbilly coming out just by mentioning the shoot style baby tournament.
We got a question
Oh,
from Johnny. I'm gonna butcher this name, Fideko. He wanted to know
okay.
what inspired your ring name. Was it the anime of the same name?
Um, it was the anime, and
Shoot style, baby.
it was the
Shoot
anime,
style,
and
baby.
it's close enough to my actual name. I felt like a kid. I watched that movie when I was like 2 or 3, and I remember like being like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Like you see like body parts twist off. You think it's a normal fucking cartoon. You're like, "What the fuck am I watching?" But then like just years later, um, I I was just like, it fits, man. I wanted to have like a last name, but I feel like I would have to earn that shit, you know? Like someone's gonna give me one, or I'm just gonna stay like this. It doesn't really matter to me.
Fair enough. Man.
Style, baby.
And it's all
Shoot
caps.
style,
You
baby.
corrected me on
Shoot
that.
style,
So
baby.
Yeah, it's all
it's
cap,
all
dude.
caps.
Well, people keep doing that, and it's like, dude, if it's just Akira, it looks like just a normal name. But if you do all capitals, you're just like, dude, that guy looks important. Like, if Kenta was just like the capital K and lowercase letters, you'd be like, what the fuck? But it's like Kenta. You're like, oh, fuck, I'm gonna watch that guy.
Yeah, that guy must be really something.
Yeah, man. Like, it's crazy to me too. Like, I'm sitting here at work and fucking, I'm hearing like Elf the musical in the background. I'm like, dude, this is so weird. We're talking about like one of the most fucked up sports ever with like a fucking kids musical in the background.
That's great.
Yeah, man.
So, so what was it like
It's
with the Grant House? Was it you mainly trained with Rudo, right? Or
I trained with Rudo, and then everybody else that's there. It was I learned things that I needed to learn. I did develop a lot when I was there. I would recommend it to anybody, especially that's starting off. But it gets to the point where their shows are very TV oriented, where it's like 7 minutes, go out there and go, and
right,
it's like I'm not.
character based
It's
more?
Yeah, it's like I want to go out there and develop my ring work. I want to go out there and do more. And I just felt like sometimes you just feel a little bit smothered. I don't know. Like something's happened that I'm not like upset about. You just shrug your shoulders and move on. Like I found another opportunity and I move on. But like when people say like I'm a Ronin in wrestling, like I'm a fucking samurai, I'm a Ronin. Like it's like basically legit. I stay where I'm at until maybe it's time to move on. I haven't really found. Well, I think I have now, but I really didn't find a home at the time. It was go there, learn, move on. Go there, learn, move on. I mean, that's why I was learning from just going to shows. I just learn, move on. That's kind of the life I've been living, man. It's been weird, and it's weird now. Kind of settling down in one area, but also like your name's kind of really getting out there now. Like I didn't think this was gonna happen a year ago at Grindhouse, to be honest.
Right. So, another thing, your girlfriend wrestles pretty locally here. Has she had any thoughts of doing death matches, or what's her thoughts on that in
Um,
general?
all right, so my old lady, as I affectionately call her, is Charlie Cruel. She's actually like someone she really looks up to is Nick Gage. So she's thought about it, and I told her I was like, if you're gonna do it, make sure it's with someone like who's good. You just don't want to just do it. That'd be stupid. I mean, I didn't even do it just to do it. I did it because of an opportunity. I feel like if she wants to do it, I've told her this. Like, she's thought about it, and I'm like, if you do it, I'm gonna support you. I just want you to be safe,
Right.
And even I don't want her to do it for no fucking reason. But I told her I was like, you can maybe find something out about yourself. You never know. It's all up to her, man.
Right.
Women's
All
rights.
equal. That's right.
Yeah. Like even like if like somewhere down the road, if she wanted to do it with me, I'd be like, all right, let's fucking do
Right.
it. I don't care. Like I feel like it'd be fucking fun. It'd be good for her. I still want to wrestle her. Like we talk shit about to each other all the time.
Have y'all ever had that
So
match? Have y'all ever had a one-on-one match?
no, we have not.
It's actually kind of surprising to me.
Oh,
All the
I
shows
know.
around
Like
here, we got like 6 promotions, and we can't get that match nowhere. Come on now.
well, if people want to see it. But we did have a moment where she tried to kick me in the dick, and I German suplexed her on her head. And then she tells me like a week later, she's like, "I farted on you," and I'm like, "That's cool, thanks, man." And
So,
she gets the last laugh.
speaking of
Last,
shows
last.
in this area, this is a perfect question to ask on a Thursday. What's your current relationship with IWA Mid South and Ian Rotten?
I have nothing against them, man. Like they can go out, they're having fucking kick ass shows. I just wish more people would fucking see them. I mean, I had like a little tenure there. It really wasn't long, and it was when I was still, I guess I'd say, goofy me. It's not
Right,
me. It wasn't
right.
me now. You've seen me now. It's like
Yeah, I
it's a
did
completely
not
different
see
animal.
anything coming out of seeing that for that little tenure. I was there for all
Yeah.
those shows. So,
Like I really wanted it. I really wanted like you have those aspirations because like people there's a lineage with those belts and it's like dude I would love to do that but me at that time I don't think it would have happened. I needed to go what I've gone through to stand out and become different and I'm out doing my own shit. Like if I got asked I'd do it. If people said hey we want to see you at IWA I'd probably go do it. But like right now, I'm just focusing on me, focusing on life. Just I don't know, it could happen. Like I would like to go back there and actually have a run and face some of the people
mm,
that are there. Like because I had that four-way at Southern Sickness with Lucas and with Giza, and I'd really like to fucking tango with them one-on-one. And I'm seeing that picture of my gnarly thigh after AWR.
we're gonna get to that pretty
No, it just looks like there's like a tomato coming out of it, man. Like I didn't even know it was there.
man.
Yeah, I don't see like, is it just like Nikki and you that have said stuff? 'Cause I don't see any of the questions, but I don't know.
You don't see the bubbles getting brought up?
Nah, man, I don't.
Me neither.
That's
I
unless
never get to see them. I don't understand what's wrong with it.
I don't know. You'll tell them to me. It's cool.
But if I could find them, then like some
Yeah,
people can message them to me. I can see those. So trying to ask
yeah.
questions. But anyways, you just talk about Southern Sickness. Would you say that was the biggest step in your career so far?
Um, it's crazy to me. How it has been like that. Like started off in Mexico, hit AWR, hit that tournament. And even though I was, it was first round, like there was buzz that came from that just because I went through fucking hell for that shit.
Yeah.
Then there was the Gypsy Joe, there was Survival of the Sickest, there was Slave, like all those like maybe I had like one match, but it's like dude, I went out there and I fucking gave it my all. And then you get to Southern Sickness, which was like lots of hype around that show, and there was a lot of stuff that was like really hard for the show. And then I had to go out there and I had to kill it for like what was it, one, two, four times, like each and every time. And it was a career highlight. I was in there with guys that are traveling the world. Casanova, Marcus. Oh, get better soon, Marcus. Fucking seriously, like um, Marcus has done a lot more for me than he knows, and like yeah, it was a highlight, man. Like I got to be there and I got to stand out and people are talking about that shit. And I see the occasional tweet where people are like, dude, this fucking guy, and I'm like, all right, gotta keep going. Like keep your head down, shut the fuck up, keep working. Like people are noticing. That's kind of how my mentality is. But career highlight definitely, and I hope there's a lot more highlights in 2020.
Okay, so I'm getting some questions here in the messages. Richard Lang wants to know, do you feel that deathmatch wrestlers should train at school instead of just doing deathmatch wrestling and not learning the art of both, meaning hybrid?
I've been watching a lot of Masada interviews when he really talks about being a hybrid. It's being a hybrid. There's many different styles that you can incorporate. I do feel like you need basic fundamentals. I don't know if I should be the one fucking talking about this. I'm just some asshole who's been doing this for 2 years. But like, I feel like if you want to be the best wrestler, like not even just deathmatch, because fucking Jun Kasai can out wrestle a lot of fucking people. Takeda is a badass motherfucker. Like, it's if you want to be the best, that's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to study.
All right. Yeah. And it's, a lot of guys now are being able to do both. It's actually more common than I'd say back in the day. You had more just regular, just deathmatch guys all the time.
Um,
Vic Spoopot asks, did Keith P. Miller ever make it right with you from last show when nobody got paid?
Yeah. Things got squared off. Like, I'm not about like calling people out and being a fucking dick like that. It's. I Things got squared even. I just don't like bad business, and there was a lot of people that where there was bad
What
business.
promotion was that?
But I guess that was a World's Finest. Like, it's a fun show, man. Like, there's good talent there, people that want to really make that little show succeed. People are loud. Like, there was some deathmatch guys there at the last show, and they were like, it's a fun time. It was just, I don't know, something happened. You don't get paid, and you're just like, dude, come on, man. Like, you're better than that. And if hopefully he sticks to his promise. I don't want to go out and bury him because he's a nice guy. He's a nice promoter. His show's nice. I want people to get paid. And what happened was I was told I was going to get like $19, and I was like, dude, just give the money to people so you can pay them. Like, get me
Right.
whenever. It's just annoying because you have guys like me where I'm like I was paying especially at that time, I needed that money to pay my bills.
Right, yeah, you can't do it for free.
No, man, like people think I'm being a dick now when I'm saying like I have to charge this much and this much, and it's just like I'm trying to make a living, man. Like my first year, I did like 250, 60 matches in the span of a year, and I did a lot of them for like less than $20. Like I'm talking like I'm going out and doing a fair show where I'm doing 4 to 5 matches, and you get paid 15, $20. Like it's
Right.
I think I'm a little bit beyond that. Like, cause like I had a little muscle tear in my shoulder. I had like a tweaked nerve in my back where I really couldn't move, especially that affected me at like the last end of my IWA. It was like I got a tweaked muscle in my back where it really hurt, like just to move. And then I got like super concussed where I blew my sinuses and I got concussed at the same
Yeah.
time, just from like an errant kick. And I still wrestled through it. That's one thing. Like people thought I was a little off at the end of IWA. That's because why I was fighting through a concussion and it
Yeah,
sucked.
I had
Don't
heard
do
that
that.
from Ian. Ian had said she was going through some nagging injuries and things like that.
Nagging. Oh, there was another one. I had this is one's a little bit more disgusting. Fucking, I had like a giant fucking pus thing in between my legs where I couldn't walk. Like I couldn't even do. Yeah, it sucked so fucking bad. They shot me full of antibiotics and it, like all shot out of me. It was so gross. But yeah, like I didn't know Ian said that, but like I was fighting through a lot of stuff. It was just you go hard for a year like that. You're working that hard of a schedule, and you're not really getting rest, relaxation. You're sleeping in a car. It screws with you, man. But um, Ian's never been nothing but good to me. I'll say that.
It's good. That's what we like to hear on this show. I'm the one that always supports them. So
Yeah, I'm not about this whole bashing thing. Like it's some people do things wrong, and hopefully they get better. And he's never done anything bad to me. People can have their own opinions. That's up to them.
Now, another thing I was gonna ask, what about the stolen gear? What happened with that?
All right, it's stupid. So you know where I live. I don't live in the best part of town. So when I had my vehicle, someone jammed my window down. It's like slammed it where it blew out of the rotor of the window, so it wouldn't go up and down. So like they could jam it down shut, and there was shit thrown everywhere. I actually had left it at prime time, my gear, because I had to go back in because Carly had wanted to go to the bathroom. I followed after because I had to piss, and we had our dog with us, Coda the Deathmatch doll. She's getting t-shirts, by the way. And I just she said something to me. I dropped my gear. I went to go do something. I forgot, but my shit did get busted into, and my shit was thrown everywhere. And I thought, fuck, I forgot. I lost everything. Fuck, 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 fuck. Um, like I'd never punched a wall before. That was when I punched a wall because that's like $1,000 worth of shit in there. But eventually Larry like said, "Hey man, we got your stuff." I was like, "Thank Christ!" And Charlie went and had done that GoFundMe shit, and I was like, "Dude, I don't need that shit. Like,
Right.
I'll get a job, I'll find another job, but whatever." But people fucking donated, and we as soon as I found my shit, I was like, "We're returning it back." But then there was just some people who were like, "Nah, lunch on us," and I'm like, "You people, god damn it, you're fucking charity. I can't say no because then I'll be an asshole."
Right.
Like, it's just proof that there's really good people in wrestling, man.
Yeah.
Like people that were that willing to do that. Like, actually, Charlie donated like 50, $60, and I looked at her. I was like, "Why? You live with me."
Yeah, I seen
And
it on there. I was like, that's
she was like,
hilarious.
"I love you," and I'm like, I
Yeah.
was like, "Thank you."
How was it working with Kobe Durst? That was at EWE, right?
Yeah, dude. Like, there's a lot of people that want to say shit about EWE, but they put me in front of like fucking great people like him, Corey Storm. I was supposed to wrestle Chris Silvio, and now he's out for who knows how long. Like that seems to be going around. But like Kobe and I was a blast. It was when I had that match, I was really nervous because I'd never wrestled someone on that caliber, right? Um, but went to the match. I rocked myself catching him on a dive because those ropes in the arena are like higher. And so I forgot. I was like, "Oh shit, higher ropes!" And I dove to catch him because I'm that guy who's like, I'm gonna put my health like after yours. And I cracked my head, freaking scorpion on a dive because I was still rocked trying to do a dive. There's a reason I don't dive anymore. It's because I'm only athletic in the ring. Going out of the ring, I'm like a klutz. Uh, but dude, like it was after that match, we had like a heart to heart, and I was like, "Dude, do you think I'm good?" And he's like, "Dude, you're more than beyond ready." He's like, "You've been in like not even a year, and you're kicking ass like this." He's like, "Go." He's like, "I want to wrestle you again. I would like to have another match with him now." Because I'm a different animal. I know he's gotten so much better. It's just cool seeing him go from wrestling my dumb ass to wrestling people like Black Label Pro Champion. He's there Mania weekend having a kick ass match with
Right.
Ethan Page. Like that was the moment where I knew like, okay, I'm gonna be more confident in myself and I'm gonna value myself a little more. And that's what like my mentality started changing with Grindhouse and everything else. So thanks, Kobe.
EWE's really actually brought in some pretty big names, and it's really went under the radar.
Yeah, like they had the Gymnasty Boys there last time, and they had a killer match as they always do because the Gymnasties are fucking
They
talented.
had Space Monkey,
They had
uh,
Yeah, Space
Ethan
Monkey,
Page,
the Space Pirates. Yeah, Ethan Page,
and yeah,
Kobe. Like they had Shane Mercer and Ethan Page, and nobody was talking about
yeah.
that.
Like I
Like
was at that show, and it was like nothing. Like it wasn't no big deal at all.
that's just crazy to me, man. Like I watched that match with Kobe and I still like it, but I'm like, dude, I just watch how I move and how I interact, and I'm like, there's still little bits of that in me, but like I'm different. Like it's weird. I'm also a lot more scarred up.
So Gary Emmett asks, which match was better in your opinion, you versus Reed or you versus Murdoch, and which had the
Ugh.
best spots?
I think they're too different. I like them both for what they are. Reed and I was very spotty, like very flashy. John and I was, we're gonna go out there and just fucking beat the shit out of each other. We're gonna fight.
Yeah.
Reed and I still had aspects of it, but it was very much more spot oriented. It was very flashy. I like both, man. I don't think any of them is better. Like, um, the crowd loved both. People were saying both were like match of the
Yeah.
night. I'm not gonna compare.
Right.
That shit makes me happy.
Yeah. So now that we're on the AWR topic, we're gonna talk about this, the incident with Peter B. I know you can't wait because that's all you've heard.
Yeah,
So what happened there?
it's been a lot.
Whose idea was the
Um,
second pane of glass? That's the main question.
okay, so basically, I get there, second death match ever. I never fucked with Glass. I never thought I'd be fucking with Glass to begin with, right? And essentially, Peter comes up and says, "Hey, are you cool with Glass?" I'm like, "Yeah, you cool with knives?" Yeah. Like, I don't like. I'm at the stage where like, like if you talk to Schlack will be like, eventually you just stop giving a shit. You just want to kill yourself, and like that's basically where I'm at. I'm just like, yeah, fuck it, whatever, do whatever, take whatever punishment, as long as it's smart. I don't want to like go stabbing myself with something stupid, fucking with razor wire and shit like that. But he brought up these things, and I was like, all right, rite of passage, let's do this shit. So we're going through, and I don't know anything about tempered glass or untempered glass, anything like that, right? And what happened was, so we're fighting, we're fighting. He threw a goddamn pineapple with skewers on it, and it was a watermelon, and I headbutted the fucking thing in half, which sucked. I got pissed, and I threw a kick, and like I think I flash knocked him out because like he just threw that shit and it clocked me. I was like, all right. He's like, hit me. I fucking clocked him, and we're going around, and I go to throw him in the ring, right? I go in, and I didn't call it. This wasn't called. It's just I saw a pane of glass, and your instinct is right. Boom! Immediately, I had a squirter going out of my arm, and I was like, I grabbed my wrist. I was like, all right, fuck that. This is gonna suck. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Kept going through the match, and he said like, hey, we're gonna go home, and there's been some debate over this, and I know what I said. I said, no, we're not. I didn't say anything about the finish. I said, well, I'm not stopping this match. We're finishing. Now, we could have changed the finish. I don't know, but I wasn't in like the mental state like be calling different shit. I'm just like, I'm grabbing my wrist and going, fuck this. I'm not quitting. I'm going to keep doing this. I've got too much to lose here to not do that. And so we went through, and once again, I still didn't know like the glass was unsafe. And then we go for the power bomb, and the rest, I guess, is history, man. Like I got 3 or 4 stitches in my elbow, and then I got like 7 to 10. I don't remember how many. It's been so long. In my hip, and the doctors looked at my hip, and they were like, "What the fuck?" Like I was maybe like that far from an artery in my thigh. Like yeah. They were digging out the shit. Like the nurse was like gagging because they were like cleaning it out. They just saw how deep it went. And yeah, like I got stitched up, and I just went to work in 2 days. That's that's the grind, man. Like I'm I'm I don't hate Peter. I'm not a hateful person, but I'm not gonna lie. When people bring this up, it doesn't fucking annoy me because my first scars that I got in professional wrestling was from a flamboyant piece of shit like him. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, but what was up with the posts after that? Going to like work another match, and was that ever worked out with
I
any
don't even know if it's a worked
promotion?
on the match. I got mad. Like sometimes you just think, oh man, you get mad. It was like it's that thought because I've been told about stories about him and Ian. I've been told about fucking uh like you just keep hearing these things, right? And it just pissed me off that like my first scars were from him. One from John, one from Reed, one from someone where it was like, oh dude, shit happens. We had a fucking killer match. It was by him. and it pissed me off. And I was like, dude, if the next time that happened, it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same match. You know that. It would not be the same. I would fucking knock him out. I would go hard. Like I would I would not fucking play around. Like I'm not an angry person, but I do get angry. And it's just, sometimes you just have a thought and it comes out like that. And it just was letting people know, like, if this does happen again, if this does happen again, major if, I'm going to beat the shit out of him.
See, trying to read some messages here. Peter Steinke wants to know, what match are you most proud of?
I don't know. This depends on like what style I'm thinking of. Like I'm proud of the one. I'm proud of all of Southern Sickness. I'm proud of. Um, I had a no ring match in Colorado for Primos that I think was a really fun match and it was different. John Reed, like the list goes on. Kobe. I just recently had a match with Malcolm Monroe III that I'm really fucking proud of. And like that, there's just not one match, man. I can't say that. Especially, I've only been in this for coming on. Like I'm wrestling Matchmont on January 18th at On Point. That is legitimately my 2 year anniversary of wrestling. Like I've got so much more to do. I can't. I don't really want to have a favorite right now. Talk to me like eight years when I'm 10 years in.
Right. Um, Somebody asked, I can't remember who it was, who's your dream opponent?
I want that once again. That's kind of like pick a card, man. I've got a couple I'll list. I really want. There's two death match from Japan. That's Takeda and Kasai. Kind of generic answers, but it's for different reasons. Kasai, I would like to wrestle in a death match. Takeda, I would like to wrestle in like a blood sport kind of match and also a death match. But then like there's like Moxley, Suzuki, Minoru Suzuki is one of my heroes. I would love to fight him. That's like an aspiration. Uh, I wouldn't be me if it wasn't for Shibata-san, Katsuyori Shibata. Uh, I mean, it's just
Make
like
a whole
there's like so
list,
many
right?
people. There's so many good people, man. There's so many good people. Marufuji, Kenta, uh, Killer Cross. I would love to fucking fight Killer Cross. So a lot of people will be like, "Oh, he'd kick your ass," and I'm like, "Let's go, fuck you, let's do it. I'll fucking fight you, pussy."
Right.
Nick, obviously, that's everybody's.
Nick
Like,
Smart.
but I don't want to be that guy where it's like, I want to wrestle Nick, just in a match. I want Nick Gage in a fucking bloody ass match, one that people will go, "What the fuck did I just see?" I want that Nick Gage. I don't want to fucking pussyfoot around.
Is that Nick Gage around
Also,
anymore, though? I don't know if we have that Nick Gage anymore.
I fucking hope so. I just got in this shit. I want that Nick Gage. And another one is most definitely Alex Colon. Just because we have a lot of he said words to me that really that inspired me and got me to this point. And I feel like there's something there that would be really good. But like God, pick if like I would like the fans rather to pick the matches than me because I mean I've got dream opponents, but like what they want's more important too.
Would you say your biggest dream in
That's what
wrestling is to go to Japan?
my biggest dream is to, I guess, to make a living out of this, where I can support a family and shit. But to go to Japan, whether it's Noah, New Japan, and become like one of their guys, one of the guys.
Right.
I want to be able to represent like all these brands of like going through deathmatch and like being able to be like a top guy, like what Moxley was. I want to be like all cut up and shit, and I want to hold like the Intercontinental belt and be like, dude, I'm the fucking guy. That's the dream.
Aiden's commenting. He said to tell everybody the
Hi, Aiden.
story of the nickname you got in Mexico.
Oh fuck. So in Mexico there are Fucking wait, hold on. I'm not falling for this fucking trick question. Which one? The one that you laugh at or the one that I have going on? There's a double entendre here and I'm looking at you, you piece of shit.
I'll give him a second to respond to that. He also wanted to know. So there's been lots of ribs he's played on. He lit your sock on fire. He wants to know
You lit my
what
foot
the
on
worst
fire.
one. What the worst rib?
I think getting my fucking toe lit on fire was one. It was the worst one. Just because like that shit didn't heal for like a month.
I mean, he said he was preparing you for the death.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but like it's all like people will like hear that and be like, he lit your fucking foot on fire. But like Aiden's like family, so like it's just something you just laugh at. Whatever.
Right.
I'm gonna go through a lot worse than getting my toe lit on fire.
Let's see. Gary Emmett wants to know about your gimmick with the mask and if you're ever bringing it back.
Um, when it's right, I want to change things up with it. There's things I want to do and obtain before I bring it back, and I want to make it mean something. Like like I still have it. It's a little bit it's banged up and stuff, but I like to get a different one, and I feel like a lot of people are doing masks right now. I just want it to be right. I don't want it to be just, oh, it's just another like a gimmick. I want it to be, oh, this is coming out. Oh, this is important. You know, I guess that's very Asian of me. I don't know, but like I still have it. It's just I'm waiting. I'm waiting and I'm thinking. I'm always thinking about shit.
I've actually never seen that mask before. When was that brought? When was that used?
Oh God, I used it like a lot my first year, but then I kind of faded out later in the year from doing it, just because everybody was doing a mask, and for what I was doing at the time, it didn't feel right. Like now, it feels a little bit more right, but I'm still waiting. Like I want to get a new one. I want to make it look better. I want to present that better.
Right. Somebody mentioned your merch. They said you had some really nice designed merch. If you designed it yourself, who designed that?
Um, I designed my gear actually, but the one that designed my merch is at Redneck Kung Fu. She does a lot of people's shit. She's my Australian mama. I don't know if she's watching, but hi. She like, yeah, like the match with Peter. I had that picture that was taken of me, and I gave it to her, and she's like, "I got this." Then there was the one from Slave, and she took it and was like, "I got this." And I think she's got another one in the works too. Um, but yeah, she's been nothing but good to me, and she's been really helpful. And like, I'm happy people like the shirts. Buy them, please.
I've noticed a lot of and then in your matches, I've noticed a lot of unprotected headshots, particularly. That's very uncommon nowadays. Is that ever thought about or
um, I think about it like when I'm walking around, but at the shows when I'm fighting, no, I don't like if it's right, it's right. I've got a notoriously fucking hard head. Like if you watched my first match I ever had with Reed, he gave me his Reed Bentley
yeah?
headbutts, and like I took like six of them.
Are those headbutts
And
harder than
when Sean
Murdoch's?
Reed Bentley's head is like from another goddamn planet. Like Jesus. Like I was fucking like I had a headache. Like when Chando, the guy that takes the needles to the foot, pulls you aside and goes, "Please don't ever do that again, you crazy asshole." And I'm like, "All right, maybe not six."
Yeah, man.
It's but it's also kind of like it's part of wrestling. Like wrestling, I like yeah, wrestling for everybody, cool. That's if you want to get into wrestling and if you last, cool. But like what we do isn't safe, man. You can be like, well, I want to protect you as much as possible. What we do isn't like no normal person's getting thrown through glass, lit on fire, fucking doing a backflip and landing on their head in a Canadian destroyer. We're not. Like, I hit people. They hit me. I expect them to hit me back. They swing a chair. and there's people in front of me, I'm just, head up, bro. Like,
You don't believe in
I
putting your
don't want to
hands
be
up
there.
at all. I've noticed.
I don't know. Maybe in like 30 years when I'm like fucking vacant
I don't
minded
think I've ever
and my
seen you
kids
put
like
your hands up ever on any swung object.
it's also kind of active. It's like an act of defiance. Like that's what all of my career is like it's like the biggest fuck you. People say don't do this. Oh, if you do a death match, you've done death matches. It's not going to do shit for your career. It's just like dude, fuck you. I don't. You what you do does not define me, and how I envision pro wrestling isn't how you define it. I want my pro wrestling to be technical, fucking like charismatic, personality wise, but I also want it to be fucking brutal, and like that's my style. Like beautiful brutality, whatever you want to call it. I don't fucking care. Like it's cool to watch. It looks pretty sometimes, especially when I'm suplexing people. But then when I'm fucking slapping the shit out of your face, people go, "Ooh, that's what I want." I want to get like all these emotions out of you. I want to fight people that are like that. Like that's why I like watching like Chris Dickinson, because you watch him, you cringe at some shit. You're just like,
Yeah, guys
fuck,
like him and
dude.
Brett
That's
Ison
what,
and
that's what,
Garini.
yeah, that's what wrestling should be. Yeah, that's what wrestling should be though. Like it shouldn't just be like pretty. Pro wrestling at its best is when you have that clashing of styles. Like that's when it's at its best. I think you got personalities and you've got styles that just mesh well, even
Right.
though they're different.
And guys like G Raver. I'd say
But
G
yeah,
Raver
basically,
would match your style a lot.
well, he's very like because I watched his interview yesterday, and he's got that very Chikara background. You can watch it and be like, yeah, I could see that. But I feel like it would be that contrast that'd be really cool to watch. Same with like Cole. Same with a lot of
And
people.
Cole's so
The
underrated,
cool thing,
man.
the cool thing about what I'm trying to do with my wrestling is I try to pick shit from like every different style because I'm an exotic weapon, right? That's the entire point of me. And so like I can do a little bit of different things with everybody else. And there's some shit I haven't done in a while that like I've got in my back pocket. Just never had the right opportunity.
So the January 18th show, you said that was your third time with On Point. Is that what you told me earlier?
Um, this will be my
Your
fourth time.
fourth. So what was it like your
Yeah,
other experiences there? That's going to be a big match for you, getting Tremont, in his home.
dude, it's he's the king of H2O, man. Like that's not a fucking joke. He owns that shit. Um, like the first time I was there, they were fucking really. It's that New Jersey. They've seen everything, man. They've seen everything. They've seen the hardest shit, the most hardcore
It's a
shit.
hard crowd to impress.
And
It's similar to the Mid South
yeah,
crowd. It's hard to get over.
I had to get my ass kicked by Reed. And once people saw that I was willing to get my ass kicked, but I was also capable of like throwing Reed on his goddamn head and pinning him, they're like, oh, okay. Then came Survival of the Sickest when I had fought Reed again, and like they got me this time. Like that's when I had him in my hand. They're like, yeah, like you're a guy now. Then I had the match with Jimmy, and now it was just further cementing. Like, yeah, guys, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna stay here. This is my home now. And now wrestling Matt, it's that test. Can I feel like it's the test of can I be their guy, one of the guys. And like I'm not gonna pull punches with Matt. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna try to beat the shit out of him as much as he beats the shit out of me.
Right.
That's what I do.
Let's see. We have a non-deathmatch question here. Jesse Wrestler asks, best German, Benoit, Guerrero, or Angle, or other? What's the best of those three,
Kento.
and then what's the best overall? You would say.
If you have not seen Kento Miyahara German anybody, you're missing out. Kento Miyahara is like a god. He's another one I would really like to wrestle. He's the I think is he still the All Japan champion? I think there was a title change, but he's like the All Japan champion of the current age. He's kick
Yeah.
ass.
And then of those three, who would you take?
Um, Benoit. Benoit.
What are your thoughts on AEW? You like their work? You like the product there?
I watch it here and there. Like it's
Do you watch a lot of wrestling?
um
You like WWE?
I like certain things. Like I'm picky about anything in my life, music, games, books, with wrestling. Like there's some matches I'm really excited to see and some I just don't. And if people like them, good for them. AEW, there's some things I like. Like I liked the Moxley Omega match, drama around that regardless. I thought it was a good match. Um, I just feel like it's too soon for me to be like, do I dislike them or not? Like it's another opportunity for people. So I'm much more about that's cool. Like, do I want to go there? I don't know. Like, would I get there? I don't know. It's good for them. Good for, like, there's some people that should be like Mance Warner should be there. Like he's the dude. Um,
Yeah,
but
totally
like
agree.
maybe it's not for me. Yeah, maybe it's not for me though. I don't know.
Would you
Like,
say
but
that
there's people
there's
that I
guys
feel like
there that aren't deserving?
nah. Like there's always gonna be drama around people. So like I don't really want to delve into that. Like I know like there's people that indicate they don't like Jimmy Havoc or things like that. But like the dude's done shit. Like the dude is a good wrestler. I'll say that. But like I have no right to say this person doesn't deserve to be there. They're there for a reason.
Right. We're getting a whole lot of comments. For some reason, I can't see them. So like, I'm getting like screenshots of the threads.
Well, like I'll go through and I'll like, especially when I get out of here, I'll go through and I'll like reply to
If they're
them
missed,
if I.
yeah. One thing that's not working out for me, I'm just understanding why. Gary Emmett said, "Will we ever get the bearded Akira back?"
The beard fuck. Maybe not that iteration. God damn, that was like senior year of college, man. That was a while ago. I definitely didn't think I'd be here right now back then. Shit. But that level of beard, no. Maybe when I'm like 80 and I don't care anymore. I'll embarrass my grandchildren.
You're gonna be doing work with Deep South, but you mentioned you would never do any razor wire or anything.
Look, I'm there to entertain people. I'm like if people want to do that, good on them. Like it's I'm there. I've got other shows to do. I'm not there to increase the risk of what we're doing. I'm not getting paid on that level, right? But I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna work the best with what I'm given. I know there's drama, but like, dude, I got bills to pay. Like I was not raised like if people have their ethics, it's cool. But I got it's just another payday for me. I'm gonna get there, do my business, entertain people, move on.
So you wouldn't have
That's what I
participated in
do. Like
the
I don't.
Angel of Death tournament.
I was asked. I was kind of asked, kind of invited. I don't know if I would have actually fallen through, but I was like, no. I think I had another show going on. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I've been committed to this show forever. I'm gonna go do that.
Right. Is Aiden planning on going to the doubleheader that day?
I'm not at liberty to say. Maybe is, maybe isn't. Like that's his thing to announce, or that's their thing to announce. Like you'd think though, because he won.
Cheap style, baby. Baby. Cheap style.
So let's see if anybody has any other questions.
Cheap style, baby.
Got
And
about
if I
10
don't get them in the
minutes.
span of like 10 minutes, like I promise I will go through this thing and I'll reply to them. So you'll at least
Cheap
get a
style,
reply to
baby.
your comments.
Cheap style, baby.
I've got nothing else to do when I'm at the gym. Do a cardio.
And then we greatly appreciate the time. There's a lot of comments flowing in, so a lot of people are watching.
Oh Jesus! A bloody ass bathtub.
So do you have any other upcoming shows to talk about
Um,
other than the
I mean, just
OPW and this weekend?
I got OPW. I mean, I got the AWR 3-day tournament deal. I mean, I've got the Mania weekend. I'm debuting for H2O and a couple other places. So if you're in the Jersey area or if you want to just congregate to there and chill out for like 2 3 days and have a good time, show up. Like I'm really excited about that
Is
one
your
though.
match announced for the H2O show?
Oh no, nothing's been announced yet other than Reed and I are going to be there, and I think John is. Yeah.
Yeah. That's in Jersey though, right? That's not actually wrestling like
Yeah, that's in Jersey at the H2O Arena. Yep.
7th
They're hosting a
anniversary.
3 day convention deal. Yeah,
Yeah.
3 day convention thing.
A lot of big stuff coming up.
Yeah, man, and like after January 18th, I don't know. Who knows what's going to come up? Like 2020, I feel is going to be a crazy year. I'm not going to be one of those guys, but it's my year, it's my year. But I'm like, I'm focused on me, and I think it's going to be a good year. It's going to be a good year for wrestling. It's going to be a good year for me. I'm just focused on entertaining as many people as possible and coming out with some money in my pocket so I can live a better life.
Right. That's really what it's about at the end of the day. So you don't gotta be hanging out on at work talking to us. You can.
Yeah, like trust me, like my goal for 2020 is I would love to make it where I'm just living off wrestling. Like that's the dream, right? But I feel like if I'm gonna do it, this would be good. This is gonna be a good year to put that foot in the door.
Not to be personal, but how does Charlie? How's she doing with bookings?
No, she does fine. She wrestles like almost every other weekend, if not more. She gets a lot of shows where it's like 2 to 3 date runs. So I mean, she's learning at her own pace. She's working on her own. I like to sit there and watch her be proud. Like she's gotten a lot better in the span of a year. Um, but I mean, once again, we're only in this for like a year and 9 months now. Almost 2 years for me, almost 2 years for her. Um, I don't expect her to go out and do like 250 matches for free like I did.
Right.
So, but like I'm proud of watching her. Like she's become a better person. She's become a better wrestler. Uh, Nothing but proud,
Has
man.
she been working more locally, or is it other
Nah,
places?
man, she's been in Pennsylvania, Delaware a couple times. I think she's gonna go to Jersey with us once. She's all over the Midwest. I'm really wanting her to go out there and get in that one spot where people will see her because she's got so much character, dude. She's so entertaining in a goofy way, but also she can act like a psycho
Right.
because she is a psycho.
And y'all
I'm
started
gonna I'm
around
gonna
the
get in
same
trouble.
time. Did y'all meet through wrestling, or?
Yeah, dude. There's this place called Emerge. Oh no, actually we met first at the Adam Buell benefit show. Adam Bueller benefit
The
show.
arena? That one?
Yeah, it was like a glancing, like, "Hi, how you doing?" Then we kind of met at Emerge, and then push comes to shove around September. We were just hanging out all the time. We were going to shows together, and here we are.
That's awesome, man. That's great.
Yeah, man. Like wrestling has done nothing but make my life better, and I want to do it where I can make a living off of this, so I can help her make a living off of this. She wants to go to NXT. She wants to be a WWE superstar, and I'm like, dude, more power to you. I want you to do that. Like, if anything, I would rather be, if she could make it and I couldn't, I'd be happy with that. I would like for her to live her dream. I'm more about other people than myself.
Right. And y'all both have your whole lives ahead of you, man.
Yeah, man, it's only 2 years. Like she's so worried all the time. I'm like Charlie, you're 22. I'm 26. I've got to do a lot more faster than you do. You've got so much life. Chill out.
Right.
But like I get it. She wants to be there now. What can you do? We're all like that.
Yeah. Things really just blow up out of nowhere. You think about how
No,
quickly
dude, this
things
dude.
happen for you. So,
It could happen at a moment's notice. I mean, I'm hopefully expecting to blow up a lot more this year. I'm putting the work in with my body. I'm putting the work in with my mind and in the ring. Like I want to keep blowing up. I don't want to be like, oh, the guy that kind of blew up and then kind of died away. I want to keep escalating, keep getting better.
right.
That's
Never get satisfied.
Yeah, man. Never be satisfied with anything with yourself. You might think life's good, life could be better. You could be a better person. Like that's that's one thing that I learned from just training with all these guys is like you never know enough. You're never as good as you think you are, and you could always be a better person, be a better wrestler. Just keep doing you, man. Keep working.
Right. No, I know you only got like 5 more minutes, so I don't want to make you rush back, man. We appreciate you having your time.
Seriously, all those guys. If you have any like questions in the comments that I didn't see, I'm gonna scan through them. I will reply to them. Like I promise you that. Um,
We
I've
appreciate it.
got I got my Teespring. I've got my shirt designs. I've got a whole bunch of other crap that you can buy. My Twitter, Instagram, Facebook is just at the Akira way. Like I'm always tweeting or doing something. It's generally gonna be like wrestling related, so it might bore you. But like, if you give a shit, follow me.
Yeah, we'll definitely be sure to drop all that and all your merch information as well. We appreciate it, man.
Dude, I appreciate all you guys. Thank you. I love you, and I want to do more for you in 2020.
Yep. Keep doing your thing, man.
You're the reason I have money in my pocket right now.
That's right.
Thank you.